Before the new update on this Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane situation, it was already bad for Gucci Mane. But it just got worse. And Gucci Mane is now in a situation that I don't think really gonna end well for Gucci. It's a lose-lose either way. We'll get back to the video shortly, but I want to let you guys know this video is being sponsored by Kalshi. Kalshi is an app where you can make money predicting current events. I put money on what the weather is gonna be every day on Kalshi. I check the weather app when I wake up. And really all I do is I look at what the highest temperature is gonna be for the day. Then I go on Kalshi and place a prediction on what I think the highest temperature is gonna be for the day. I'll say probably 7 out of 10 times my weather prediction hits. Sometimes it doesn't hit. But if you wanna get paid by predicting weather on a daily basis, you can do so on Kalshi by clicking the link in my description and downloading the app and using code FLACO to get $10 on your first deposit.
Suspects involved in the robbery and kidnapping of rapper Gucci Mane have been arrested. Officials say the alleged ringleader behind the attack was rapper Pooh Shiesty. Our Briseda Olguin has been on top of this story and has the latest.
Aside from learning that the 9th and final suspect has been arrested, we've been able to obtain video which shows the FBI at Pooh Shiesty's home the day he was arrested. Take a look at that video. This happened in Memphis. Federal authorities say Shiesty was the ringleader behind the attack on Gucci Mane here in Dallas. That incident happened back in January at a music studio located off Dallas Parkway. The DOJ says Gucci Mane and 2 others were allegedly kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint. They say 9 people were involved, including Pooh Shiesty's father and Big 30. For background, Pooh Shiesty signed on to Gucci Mane's record label back in 2020. And according to the DOJ, Pooh Shiesty is the one who set up the meeting to discuss his recording contract.
As alleged, Williams Jr. produced an AK-style pistol and forced one of the victims to sign a release from the recording contract at gunpoint. The remaining conspirators displayed firearms and robbed the other victims of Rolex watches, jewelry, cash, and other high-value items.
We knew from the very beginning of this indictment that Gucci Mane was snitching and working with them folks, and that Gucci Mane identified Pooh Shiesty and snitched on Pooh Shiesty. Now, Pooh Shiesty robbed Gucci Mane and an off-duty officer and a bunch of white folks who are rich while he was on an ankle monitor. So Pooh Shiesty did himself a disservice. But the thing with snitching, there ain't no halfway snitching or halfway telling, especially in this situation. You see, Gucci Mane did what he did by identifying Pooh Shiesty to the police officers and to the feds and getting Pooh Shiesty this indictment. But after the update we just got, after it was announced, the feds don't really got too much on Pooh Shiesty, his daddy, or Big 30. They don't really got that much on them. And they admitted that. They are relying heavily on witnessed account of things. They're relying heavily on people who were present to tell and snitched on Pooh Shiesty. That means that Gucci Mane got to take this stand or risk Pooh Shiesty walking.
New development tonight in the arrest of Memphis rapper Pooh Shiesty. He and 8 others are charged with kidnapping rapper Gucci Mane. Shiesty's father, Lontrell Williams Sr., and another Memphis rapper known as Big 30 appeared in federal court today. Action News 5's Caitlin Miller was in the courtroom in downtown Memphis. So Caitlin, fill us in. What happened today?
Yeah, Joyce, so they're actually still in there, but what I can tell you is that a special agent from the FBI, Marcellus Hobbs, from the Dallas Violent Crimes Task Force, took the stand, and defense attorneys for Lontrell Williams Sr., Pooh Shiesty's father, and Rodney Wright Jr., also known as rapper Big 30, asked Hobbs a key question. Is there any hard evidence, like video surveillance, showing either man possessing a gun or threatening anyone? And Hobbs said no. He also testified that no concrete evidence was found in Wright's car or Williams' homes when they were arrested. But even so, the judge ruled there is still probable cause for both men and all defendants who appeared today based on cell phone data, outside surveillance video, and victim statements that stand uncontested. Right now, we're still waiting for the detention decision, so we're watching to see whether they'll be held or released as we move forward.
Gucci Mane is in a lose-lose situation. He already identified Pooh Shiesty on paperwork. His reputation is already dirt. However, there is a drastic difference between identifying somebody in paperwork, and maybe you could talk your way out of that, and taking a stand, pointing at them, and snitching on camera for everybody to see. You can never come back from that. Well, if these folks are admitting we don't got much on these people, we don't got much physical evidence on them, what we do have, though, is witness account of things, witness statements, people who are going to take the stand and testify. If Gucci Mane doesn't testify, because Gucci Mane was the one who was in the room with Pooh Shiesty when he got robbed. He was the only one there. So if Gucci Mane doesn't take that stand and doesn't testify on Pooh Shiesty, well, Pooh Shiesty could walk. And if Pooh Shiesty walks or get found not guilty, well, Pooh Shiesty is coming home as an absolute living legend because the streets know Pooh Shiesty did it. Gucci Mane, one, you told for no reason initially because your name is in that paperwork. So now people is looking at you as a snitch, and the person you told don't got no consequences and they free. And that may have implications because if you don't take the stand, well, guess what? You're telling them folks that you signed that contract under duress. The contract released for Pooh Shiesty, Gucci saying I signed that under duress. Well, if you don't take the stand and you don't cooperate any longer, well, Pooh Shiesty got you on camera signing that contract. He can say, I didn't do that under duress. Like I didn't put put no gun in Gucci Mane's head and made him release me from my contract. He lying. I went to court, federal court, and got found out not guilty of this. Now, Gucci Mane risked Pooh Shiesty walking free from the contract, beating the Fed case, becoming the biggest rapper on the planet, and Gucci Mane gets nothing. But if Gucci Mane do go to court and take that stand, well, guess what? Now Gucci Mane's reputation is done forever. Gucci Mane can never show his face again in hip-hop. Gucci Mane is now a pariah and is now ostracized from hip-hop forever. Now, based on who you're talking to, Gucci Mane got support on one end of hip-hop while the other end of hip-hop is saying it ain't cool what you doing.
And committed kidnapping in violation of that. Chat, is Gucci's career done? Gucci's a victim of a kidnapping. According to this federal agent, Gucci helped them identify the culprits. I think Gucci should get a pass. He's from Atlanta. For Atlanta rapper not to tell, that'll be breaking news. Yo, chat, it's going to be viral the day an Atlanta rapper be like, yo, breaking news, this Atlanta rapper, with all the reasons to tell, didn't tell. Who cares? And is Gucci a street guy anymore? This is regular Atlanta business right here. But I got to be honest with you. Shiesty's fried.
In this situation, I'm okay with whatever Gucci does.
Yeah.
I'm okay if he went in there and said, them niggas robbed me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that because, like I tell people all the time, Gucci, we get out of the street game and get in the rap game so that the rules do not apply to us. Now, but the people that said, "Oh man, Gucci snitch, man, he need to keep it to the streets and this and that right there." Well, it's not streets. Mm-hmm. When you're dealing with Atlantic Records or these big old record companies, these are banks.
Yeah.
When they go give you money,
Pooh Shiesty went to jail shortly after his career popped off. So let's just say, like the label gave Gucci Mane, let's say $7 million for Pooh Shiesty. He gave Pooh Shiesty that advance. Pooh Shiesty goes to jail. Pooh Shiesty is in jail. He gets another advance, let's say for like $2 million. Pooh Shiesty come home. He his music is streaming. Let's just say Pooh Shiesty is $3 million in the hole. Well, if Pooh Shiesty forced Gucci Mane with a pistol to release him from out his contract, even though he has $3 million left to recoup, then Gucci Mane is the one who has that debt. Gucci Mane is the one who has to answer to that. Right? So that's why you would say, if you Gucci Mane, this ain't about no street stuff, man. Like, yo, this is business, bro. You can't do that. You can't put no pistol to my head and make me release you out of contract where you still got to recoup. That ain't cool. That ain't boo. Now, let's look at the evidence, though, against Pooh Shiesty here. Because people are saying Gucci Mane is fried. Because if Gucci Mane did that, tell him, but he ain't ready to go the full way, he ain't ready to absolutely just burn his bridge and ruin his face card forever in hip-hop, then Pooh Shiesty is coming home and walking free based on how the evidence is looking. Now, according to lawyer Mo, who covers a lot of these hip-hop cases, he believes the feds don't really got much on Pooh Shiesty, and it relies on Gucci Mane's testimony, but if Gucci Mane don't testify, then Gucci Mane is still a rat for identifying Pooh Shiesty, but then the man he ratted on is free. And now you got to deal with that.
He just said this week, 9 individuals, including well-known music artists, kidnapped. This happened back on January 10th. Why is the internet wrong? Well, people who are saying that there's this guy on video pulling a gun on Gucci, if the feds have you on video pulling a gun on Gucci while you're on home confinement, not allowed to have a gun, on January 10th, you get arrested January 11th, maybe January 12th. By February, you're cooked. By March, you're already violated and doing your time. This is April. Now, one thing to note, I think the fact that we're in April and this came out today is telling, because Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, was fired today, and we need to turn the page quickly. But I think this case seems, we'll see. I think obviously the feds have charged kidnapping, and the reason why you charge kidnapping is because it's not larceny. The guy didn't rob the recording deal rights. You're never going to prove to a jury that Pooh Shiesty had a premeditated plan to fly out to Dallas and then he's going to pull a gun on Gucci and get Gucci to sign away the contract rights. That's ridiculous. Okay? There was a lot of people in the room. Apparently, there was some violence in that room because the most injuries that we've heard of is some guy got choked and there was some abrasions on his neck. Okay, so something happened. But then beyond that, the feds haven't really put anything. I don't know if this news report is real, but I don't need a news report to tell me that there's no video of Pooh Shiesty holding a gun. Facts. Pooh Shiesty is the most important person on this indictment. The only guy the feds really care about. Facts. Pooh Shiesty allegedly had that gun on him on January 10th. Facts. Pooh Shiesty was not picked up until April 1st. Facts. They are not letting Pooh Shiesty to build a case out on some other people who they don't care about stay out for 3 months while they have him on camera with a gun, and potentially he could have done another crime and then they would have been never gonna happen. Okay, now let's talk about the case, right? So what you have in this case is a case of 6 people who have been charged, okay? And 6 people are there and present. What did each of them do? What is each of their roles? Was there a conspiracy? Did they actually plan and plot to go and be there? None of that shit is gonna get proven from the fact that the ankle monitor places him there. None of that shit is gonna get proven from the fact that you have surveillance camera from the drugstore across the street showing people leave. None of that shit is gonna get proven by any of that. What it will come down to is witness testimony, and that's all it is. And so you're gonna see the case play out.
We've never been at a more important place in the culture than this moment right here. I would say 2024 was the last time we were at this point in the culture. But what happened? In 2024, we were at a point in the culture where I feel like the general consensus in the culture was the streets got to go. The streets are stupid. And then coincidentally, conveniently, Kendrick Lamar drops a record where he's crip walking, he's blood walking, and now crip walking and blood walking and gangbanging is cool again. Right on time, right on cue. When we were getting ready to make that pivot, Kendrick Lamar made gangbanging cool. Now, we're far removed from that, from that era. Now we're at the pivotal point again where, okay, it's time to make a decision. Is snitching cool or is snitching not cool? I feel like if Gucci Mane goes to that courthouse, take that stand, and comes out and survives that stand, and survives taking a stand against Pooh Shiesty, and nobody cares, and nobody treats Gucci Mane differently, and Gucci Mane still gets to come out here, tour, make music, drop hits, and he still gets to move around the industry freely, that'll be the death of anti-snitching. That'll be the death of it. If Gucci Mane does that, come out, and he's still allowed to operate in the industry and move around freely and do what he got to do, and he still got fans and he's still moving, because we've never seen this before. 6ix9ine came out, 6ix9ine career over with. Gunna is still denying he snitched. Gunna snitching is so dry area, it's so gray area that we don't even, some people think Gunna didn't snitch, while some think he did snitch, right? Gunna came back to LA, was in the trenches after that incident because folks are saying he didn't snitch. But if Gucci Mane take that stand, point a finger and said, that man did it, and get off that stand and survive, that's the death. That's the death of anti-snitching. That's the death of it. We can now move past this conversation on whether or not the culture care about snitching anymore. We don't. This is the most pivotal moment, man. And Gucci is in your corner, man, because if Gucci take that stand and rat and tell them white folks that Pooh Shiesty did it, Pooh Shiesty is going to jail for a very long time. If Gucci don't take that stand, Pooh Shiesty coming home. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? Would you guys judge Gucci if Gucci take that stand and testify? Let me know, okay? And if you enjoy my content and you want to watch another good video, click on this video right here to find out why racist white folks are apparently plotting revenge on Drewski. click on this video right here to find out what I'm talking about. And if you enjoy my content, like this video and click the hype button that pops up after you like it. That's the best way to show support and push my videos in the algorithm. Please, please, please send me a hype. You get 3 free hypes a week. I really appreciate it. I'm going to see you guys in this Drewski video. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.